So finally back with another strike compilation. Starting off with the Russels Viper right there. Daboia russelii. Oh, and he's interested for sure. And boom. Look at that. This is actually his first live meal ever. I started him off with defrosted pinky mice, but now he's big enough to take down these adult mice with no problem, I think. See, the mouse is envenomated for sure. And I actually didn't show him on the channel at all. So this is your first look at him here on my channel. Look at him, he's absolutely wonderful, I think. With that pattern. Ooh, and another strike. Very nice. No slow motion strikes in this video, but I got plenty of other nice snakes to feed, so I think you're gonna enjoy it for sure. Oh, and look at the mouse. See that blood spot on the face where he bit it? You can see how the hemotoxic venom is clotting up the blood. See that dark blood spot? That's very interesting right there. Look at that. And that mouse is actually gonna pass out anytime. That venom is gonna clot up all the blood in the head of that mouse. In a few seconds probably. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Now, of course, the mouse has to die in the water dish and make it dirty, but I'm gonna get it out. Very nice. See that? Those muzzles are still twitching, but that mouse is done already for sure. He's gonna start eating at any time. So let me know what you think of the Russels Vipers. I think they're absolutely wonderful. Obviously a true Viper right there, not a pit Viper. Means that he belongs in the Viperidae family. And they are actually one of the most dangerous vipers of all. Together with the saw-scale viper, they are responsible for the most snake bites and deaths from snake bite per year. So next up is my prairie rattlesnake. This is an albino female specimen. And she is always very hungry. You're gonna see now. And boom. Oh, look at that. Immediate reaction to that venom. Obviously the prairie rattlesnakes are known for having a cocktail of different venom components. They don't only have the hemotoxic venom which most vipers do possess, they also have some neurotoxic components within their venom. But if you look at that mouse, I can assure you that these hemotoxic components are at play here for the most part probably. The neurotoxins are gonna work or take effect much slower. There we go. I'll turn it so you can have a nice good look at her. Absolutely wonderful snake right there in my opinion. With nice red eyes as well, which don't really show on camera because the eyes are reflecting the light, you know. But anyway. So next up we got another rattlesnake species. And one I didn't show on the channel before either, I think. This is my black-tail rattlesnake right there. Crotalus ornatus. I think they were considered a subspecies of the Crotalus molluscus as well. Not entirely sure how the current taxonomy is. But he is already having a full focus on that mouse, see? It's just gonna be a small snack for him, but he's gonna strike the moment it looks away. Boom. There we go. Look at him. Absolutely wonderful rattlesnake right there as well. He's a little bit spooked by that mouse, huh? But you can see where he got that name from, where they got the common name, I mean. Really nice dark black tail on that snake. See that? Yeah, that mouse is done already. Very fast acting venom, of course, always from the rattlesnakes. I'll try to give you a better look at him as well, but he has a bit of a grumpy attitude and likes to strike out of his box, especially once he's outside. When I need to clean up, he's very calm, but inside his cage, he's a bit grumpy usually. So, let's see here. Boom. And there we go. She always smashes the mice the second they get thrown into the cage. This is of course the broad-banded copperhead right there. A female specimen I have, Agkistrodon laticinctus. Yeah, much more beautiful in my opinion than the normal copperheads, the Agkistrodon contortonix. Even though I've seen some very exceptional, nice looking specimens of that species as well. Would be very interested in a striped morph or variant of that species, but yeah, a bit hard to come by. Look at that mouse is done already. Very nice. Actually was going to feed the male one as well, but he actually ate a mouse last week, if I remember correctly, so I'm always keeping track, of course, and making notes on how my animals are eating. I think with the snakes it's especially important. Even though I have 24 different snakes, but I try to keep track on the feeding schedule of them on an individual basis, because obviously they're all gonna require different amounts of food as well, to keep a healthy body weight. There we go. So she's interested for sure, but she missed, I think. This is the green pit viper, of course. Trimeresurus albolabris. Oh, come on. Don't be shy. You struck it already, or try to. Yeah, she holds on to the mouse. Maybe she's... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what I mean. Was waiting for her to do that, and she got a nice grip this time as well. See that right behind the head? That's optimal right there. Very nice. Beautiful green pit viper right there. And I'd actually try to not feed her too much of these live mice, because in the wild these snakes, they eat a lot of reptiles and amphibians and birds as well for the most part, and not so much rodents, I think. And they don't process the fur, for example, of these mice as good as most of the terrestrial vipers, which eat rodents in the wild for the most part as well. So I substitute her feeding with a lot of the defrosted pinkies too, which she also likes eating. But I think under the on the last video I fed her as well, and I promised to record the whole feeding process, because I missed it the last time, so let's see how it goes. And next up we got the Arabian horn viper, Cerastes gasperettii. And he's a male specimen. Ooh, there we go. And the rodent was right in front of him. And it's feeling that venom for sure. Oh, wait a second. So the mouse jumped out, but wasn't too hard to catch, as it seems already very weakened from the venom. See? Look at that. Obviously that venom of these horn vipers is no joke either. I think a lot of people do underestimate how venomous these smaller viperids are, actually, similar to the Atheris. There actually was a case a few years back from a keeper in Austria who was bitten by his horn viper while trying to feed it. And he actually was killed by that snake. He got into the hospital in time, but passed away there on the same day from the effects of that venom. So they are no joke either. And next up is my bush viper female, Atheris squamigera, one of the most commonly kept venomous snakes in regards to the true vipers, at least in my opinion. And for good reason. They are very beautiful snakes and generally not too hard to keep as long as you know what you're doing. And she looks interested, but sometimes she prefers it when I hold it there with the tweezers. Let's see. Come on. Boom. Look at that. It was a nice strike. Nice good bite placement as well, right behind the head. That's gonna be a nice big meal for her. She's a very good eater, but it's also probably gonna be the last meal for her, maybe for this year even. Like, I'm feeding her every 4 to 8 weeks, and she's still just big and fat, you know. Like, actually need to get her off food for a few months for sure. Maybe we're gonna feed her again in November. We're gonna see. Not too easy to film right there. Need to be a bit careful. She could spit that mouse out, of course. Uh-oh. Mr. Neotropical rattlesnake looks hungry as well. Look at him. Oh, and I see he has a lot of dirt in his cage. Need to clean it up afterwards. I didn't see it behind the hide box of him. Whatever. He's gonna eat that mouse first, and then I'm gonna try and hook him out. Oh, look at that. That mouse is done already, huh? It was actually a bit of a mild reaction, just to put that rodent to sleep, huh? Very nice. It's the Crotalus pifanorum right there. Nice black and white variant. Quite rare, actually. A friend of mine has his sister still in his collection and is currently looking for a male or pair. Yeah, they are quite rare in European collections as well. The pifanorum have become common, but only these grayish specimens. There we go. Oh, get a yawn as well. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. A big fan of the neotropical species. Oh. I need to record her a bit sooner because she's not gonna waste any second striking that mouse. That's of course the cottonmouth female right there. Always a hungry specimen. Look at her. And she didn't hold on to the mouse this time. She changed in behavior a bit in that regard. She didn't hold on to the last mouse either. Usually she always does that. Oh. And of course that mouse has to go for a swim and make the water bowl dirty, but whatever, I don't think I need to change the water immediately. You can swim when you're envenomated. There we go. Very nice. She's doing a bit of a strike pose, but I think she's just waiting for the meal. Look at her. Agkistrodon conanti, the Florida cottonmouth or water mocassin. Absolutely wonderful. And she's gonna eat a few of these mice now. Usually takes maybe 3 to 4 until she is fully saturated. Yep. So let's leave her alone now and go on to the next snake. See what the pig. Uh-oh. Look at him. This is the pygmy rattlesnake, the normal colored one. Boom. He actually skipped the last meal, not sure why. Oh, and his cage is very dirty as well. I guess oh, he's a bit irritated from that mouse spazzing out right there. But yeah, I need to wait until he's swallowing that meal. Maybe I can reach in there and get the poop out. Or I should rather probably wait until he's fully finished and then just hook him out. It's probably gonna be the most ideal way to go about it. The pygmy rattlesnakes, they are a bit difficult to handle at times because they just like to jump off the hook or fall off it rather, because they don't have they don't balance that well on the snake hook, you know. They are very strictly terrestrial snakes and they don't climb ever onto anything like most rattlesnakes actually, but I feel like with these pygmies it's especially bad. Sometimes I try to use 2 hooks, which works a lot better. There we go, that mouse is done right there, see. So got a little bit of bonus footage again from the ball python. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. Just gonna give him a mouse as well. Can hold it in front of him with my bare hands, of course, because he has no venom at all. But a lot of muscles, see? And very good bite placement too. That's what we like to see, yeah? Look at that. Beautiful ivory ball python. Gotta love the constrictors as well. Got a sandboard too, but she doesn't like to eat on camera, sadly. But he does, he's a good eater. Perfect eater, actually. Very nice.